We take you to Jenkins, where plans are in the works to refresh an aging dam.
And we go to Knox County, where heavy rainfall already has some people stuck in their homes as problem areas are already flooding.
And we now know when a woman accused of murder in Leslie County will be back in court.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 5:34 on February 6th. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning on this Thursday, or as we call it, Friday Eve.
And it's not a pretty Friday Eve. There is nothing inside. But yesterday I was saying I was hoping there was a little break for me to get to my car. And it happened for me this morning.
Oh, really?
And into the station. It wasn't raining. Now it's pouring. But let's go to Brandon Robinson. Brandon, it's really active this morning.
Yes, it is. We're tracking a lot of rain and a lot of reports coming in now, at least some not confirmed reports. Some issues going on in parts of the Cumberland Valley, high water issues. We're taking a look and seeing what's going on live Pinpoint Doppler radar this morning. We're also seeing those heavier bands of rain continuing basically from McCreary County all the way up into Pike County this morning through West Virginia and East Tennessee. Again, parts of the area very inundated this morning with high water, so be careful. Flood watch continues for the eastern and southern Kentucky counties until 1 o'clock this afternoon. It was extended and some of those counties trimmed out there. Southwest Virginia, southern West Virginia, and parts of East Tennessee under a flash flood watch or a flood watch. Those go until 1 o'clock tonight. We've said it. We're going to continue to say it. We've already had reports of it, as you'll hear in just a minute, of people driving into floodwaters. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't only put yourself in jeopardy, you're putting first responders in jeopardy. I'm going to keep preaching that all morning long until people start to get it. Visibility this morning is bad, so if you come up on floodwater, you may not realize it. So be extra careful, drive slow. Roads are wet. Take it easy out there this morning. Close to zero visibility in some spots. Temperatures starting to slide. We're in the 30s and 40s in the northern counties, 50s for the rest of us, and the day planner takes us downward as the cold front comes through and knocks those temperatures down. Rest of the forecast on the way here in a little bit. Madison?
New this morning, several people have had to be rescued from flooding overnight in Bell County. At least 3 water rescues have happened in the last 4 hours between Pineville and Middlesboro. One man was rescued from the top of his car after his car was submerged. Another that we know of was on their way to work when they drove into floodwaters and got themselves stuck. Crews are advising that the water levels are deeper and currents are stronger than they look, and say do not drive unless you have to.
To Jenkins now, where plans are in the works to refresh an aging dam. When the city was founded in 1912, a coal company built the Elkhorn Lake Dam. Now, 108 years later, the dam is showing its age. While a leak has sprung and rebar is showing, Mayor Todd Dupree says the restoration efforts are just to make sure nothing major can happen.
You know, just depends on what could happen. You know, if the leak starts to get worse over time, then you know we would have time to be able to move people and do things, prepare for that. If it was a catastrophic failure from some reason, then that's stuff we're trying to plan for.
They do have an emergency action plan in place. However, Dupree hopes they never have to use it.
And with continual rainfall coming down through the Cumberland Valley, waters began to rise in Barberville. Some people are already stuck inside their home.
WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talked to emergency management in Knox County about some of the problem areas.
As the rain pours over roads in Barberville, families are left preparing for the worst.
Like I do have some customers who, when it's about to heavily rain, they will stock up on food, water, just in case they can't get, to town.
They've seen it many times before. People being stuck for days or being rescued by boat.
I'm worried that someone's going to get hurt. Like someone may not know what to do. I went to the local college and I made some friends there, and a couple of them got stuck there. And I just had to run down there and pull them out because they didn't know. I like California Holler, and most people around here know when it rains, don't drive that road, but a lot of people don't know that.
This road floods probably before any other road in the county. Very, very common.
An issue he brought up with the state several times, as at least 30 homes are adjacent to it.
And then indirectly in other areas that this leads to, there's a couple hundred people that they can travel in and out of here to get to their homes.
Now, all they can do is watch.
We're just out, we're checking roads. My assistant, Gerald Baker, is out checking roads.
And pray the rain stops soon. In Knox County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
For updates on when you need them on that continual rainfall, download our WYMT weather app in the App Store.
And in Knox County, deputies say they found $35,000 worth of equipment in a stolen trailer. Archie Knuckles and Taylor Kovac were arrested after a stolen trailer from Virginia was reported at Lewis Recycling in Flat Lick. Deputies say they were trying to sell the equipment and the employees stalled them until officers arrived. Both men are being held in the Knox County Detention Center.
The Paintsville Police Department and Paul B. Hall Medical Center are warning of a phone scam. They say the calls display the medical center's phone number with a message about car wrecks and warranties, altering the caller ID to look like the med center of one of its affiliates is calling. They say the center will never call and ask for payment over the phone or ask for credit card information or other personal info.
And a local law firm issued a bounty yesterday for 2 missing mannequins. The mannequins pictured here used to sit on top of Eric C. Kahn's billboard in Floyd County. Pillersdorf, DeRossa, and Lane Law Firm say they disappeared from a storage building and that local music star Tyler Childers may use them in an upcoming music video. The law firm is offering a $500 reward for the mannequins, and anyone who knows where they are is asked to call the law office.
A Hazard man is behind bars after police say they found drugs in his home. Troopers with Kentucky State Police arrested Jeffrey Olinger Monday after a search revealed meth, heroin, and a handgun. KSP charged him with trafficking, possession of paraphernalia, menacing, and resisting arrest. Olinger is being held at the Kentucky River Regional Jail.
And last night we learned when a woman charged in a deadly Leslie County DUI crash will be back in court. Alyssa Noble is back in jail and will appear in court again March 4th. She faces murder, assault, and DUI charges in connection with a 2017 crash that killed Paige Hayes and injured another woman. Noble was out on home incarceration until last week when police say they found her high inside a pharmacy. She is also accused of trying to cheat on a drug test.
Also in Leslie County, a trial date is set for a man charged with murder. Police say Dustin Stidham killed Paige Murphy in 2018. It took police several days to find him. Stidham's trial is set for July 21st.
In a crash Saturday that officers say was the result of a domestic argument left one man behind bars and one woman in the hospital.
Well, WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more.
A call to the Pikeville Police Department Saturday.
They stated that the female was screaming for help and that the male sub was trying to kill her.
Brought first responders to a crash near Double Quick on US 23 in Pikeville.
Upon their arrival, they discovered a black Jeep Grand Cherokee had collided with a wooden power pole at the corner of the parking lot.
Officers say the vehicle was driven by Brandon Justice of Hurley, Virginia, with his wife in the passenger seat.
The female had sustained significant injuries to her head and arms.
Witnesses saw them arguing and heard the woman screaming, "He is going to kill me." But Justice told them it was an accident.
He stated that the female subject did bite him on the arm, and they were arguing prior to that also.
Officers found a bite mark on Justice. His wife was taken to the hospital. He was taken to the Pike County Detention Center on charges including wanton endangerment, assault, and reckless driving. Officers say the crash happened in a busy area in the middle of the day.
It's highly congested, a lot of traffic. It's kind of in a curve there, so yes, very dangerous.
So they are glad it wasn't worse. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, the extent of the wife's injuries are not known at this time.
And later on Mountain News this morning, one man came home from buying groceries to find a shocking delivery waiting on his doorstep.
While heavy rain is the main concern today, temperatures will crash and that will turn our moisture into snow by tomorrow morning. I'll break that forecast down for you in about 3 minutes.